Hey guys, Ricardo here and welcome to another blog tech tips. In today's tutorial guys, I'm going to show you how to set a limit on apps using your iPad, and it's easy. So I'm going to use the screen time limit. So you're going to go to settings. Once you're in settings, it should be on general. Scroll all the way down. Look for the hourglass where you say screen time. And of course, if you have not already, go ahead and set a password. I have a separate tutorial on that. So of course, here's my here I have it set already. So of course, once I tap here for usage limits, it will go ahead, and it's a good idea to password lock so it can be modified. Notice it's asking me for the password. So what I'm going to do now is enter the password. For me, it's 4 zeros. And there you go. So it says app activity. So we're going to show you to activate this. So it's easy. So to turn on app activity on your iPad, go ahead and turn on website activity. All right, there you go. So once you turn on app activity or website activity, it will turn on, and of course it's showing you here. It says you can now go ahead and you can see your usage. So it shows the amount of hours that's spent, the average, and it works out everything. So you can actually monitor your kids screen time. All right guys, and of course to set a limit, you can go to app limit. You can also set the amount of time. There should be away from the screen, or you can set the apps that are allowed at all times. So you can actually screen through the apps, such as, let's say you only want educational games, or of course educational apps. You can screen those, which apps are allowed. So for example, if you say no games, you can limit the games. You can also reduce eye strain with screen distance. But of course, let's look at the app limits. So set the limits for apps. So we can go ahead and set. And all right, so here you can set daily limits. So we're going to say add limit. And here you have all the categories. Here you can search for specific stuff. So for example, you can set by category. So for example, you can limit social media. So you can see all. These are all the social media apps. That includes WhatsApp, FaceTime, Instagram, and you can uncheck stuff if you don't want. So let's say we want to limit social media, for example. That's a big category. All right, guys. So another big category will be like games, you name it. And in case you're not sure, you can always check, for example, here, and you'll see the games. You can check and uncheck which games you want as a part of games. As you can see, there's a bunch of them there. So I can check entertainment as well. You can always check the categories such as YouTube. You can actually limit them. All right, so I'm going to use social media. Seems a big one, and I'm going to hit next. Here it says what you want to set the time as. Now for, like, say for the day, let's say you set a limit of 2 hours. You can go to 2 hours or 1 hour. Let's say you say 1 hour for social media. And you see here it says all social media, because I've checked every social media app. So all of them are checked. And once you're finished, you go ahead and tap, and there it's on. And it says here app limit, and it says social 1 hour. You can also come in and add limits. So you can actually come in and add a limit. Remember to always set the password first. I have a separate tutorial on that. And what's going to happen here is that the limits are going to be instituted as per the limit that you have set. So at any time, you're going to come in here. Remember that the password lock is here. So it's lock screen time settings. That you do that before you actually set up limits, because a child will actually try to come in and change the limits if you do not lock it with a passcode. And it's a 4-digit passcode. All right, so we have set up limits, and you can also set the ones that are always allowed, but the key one here is the app limits. So stick to that, and you can set a downtime, but I would suggest you start with app limits, as that's the easier one. If at any time you want to change, come in again and add limit, and then you can choose another category. Education apps, you know, as well, you don't have to really limit those. And that's it basically. The apps are now locked, and you can always come back in and check your graph, and you'll be able to tell how the app is actually being used in terms of how much time is being spent on average on whatever app. It will populate according to the usage. All right, hope that was useful. See you in the next one. Bye.